welcome race fans to Portimao Circuit for what promises to be an electrifying race 11 of the Strategy Race Championship. This is the penultimate race of the season, with everything still to play for.
It certainly is. This track is a real test of nerve and precision. With a rolling start like this, the grid position is crucial, especially when you're looking at championship points this late in the season.
And what a championship battle we have. Daniel Cochise, the AM class leader, is still topping the overall standings, but six-time race winner Mac McFarquhar, a pro AM driver, is just 29 points behind. And Jimmy Lindo, also an AM driver, is sitting comfortably in third.
You can feel the tension building, even under the safety car. Drivers like John Astroff, in fourth overall, will be looking to make up ground in the Pro Class Championship, whilst Chris Stokes, another Pro-Am driver, will be hoping for a strong result to move up from 8.
Indeed, every point counts now as the cars prepare to go green for this 45-minute sprint plus one additional lap. The safety car is preparing to dive into the pits, and we're looking at the grid for race 11. Jimmy Lindo, third in the overall standings, is on pole position, a fantastic place for the AM driver to kick off this crucial race.
He certainly is, and right alongside him in second is John Astroff, who's fourth in the championship. That's a strong front row for the Pro Class contender. They'll be looking to convert that into valuable points.
And then just behind them, Mac McFarquhar, second in the championship and our most prolific race winner, starts in third. What a battle we could see at the very front.
Absolutely. And championship leader Daniel Cochise is starting in 5th. He'll be keen to get a good clean start and work his way forward. For an AM driver like Cochise, starting from 5th at Portimao isn't a bad spot at all, especially with the Pro-AM drivers like Chris Stokes and David Constable-Berry, who are carrying ballast starting a bit further back. It's all about managing that first lap here.
The lights go green and we are off.
I can't wait to see how this one unfolds.
David Constable-Berry, starting from 7th, is holding his own in these opening moments, looking to gain valuable ground for his team, Loose Nuts.
It's always a chaotic start at Portimao, and for a Pro-Am driver like him, maintaining position early is key. That 30 kilograms ballast is a factor, but he's managing it well so far.
And we have an overtake. John Astroff makes the move stick, passing Chris Stokes for positioning.
A strong move by Astroff. He's wasted no time in getting himself further up the field. That's a crucial gain for the pro driver, especially as Stokes carries ballast as a Pro-Am.
Callum Walker, starting from 6th, is holding his ground in the early stages, looking for an opportunity to advance in the AM class.
He's in a good spot to stay out of trouble here. Being an AM driver, his focus will be on consistency and chipping away at those positions.
Massive changes at the front. Jimmy Lindo is losing places rapidly. First McFarquhar, then Cochise.
He's really struggling for pace right now. Walker and Neil Constable-Berry also get through him. He's dropped from the lead down to 5th.
Callum Walker makes a clean pass on Daniel Cochise. Walker moves into 3rd place.
What a move from Walker. That's a big game for the AM driver, taking 3rd from the championship leader.
Jimmy Lindo fights back, taking position 4 from Neil Constable-Berry.
Lindo showing he's not giving up. He's an AM driver, but he's been at the sharp end before, so I know he's got that fight in him.
Lindo gets past Callum Walker for 3rd. A clean move into the corner.
But Walker immediately responds, he's back past Lindo. This is a great battle for that 3rd spot.
This is intense wheel-to-wheel racing as they jostle for position.
Neil Constable-Berry is now looking to join this fight as Lindo loses another spot.
But Lindo isn't having it. He immediately takes the place back from Neil Constable-Berry.
Incredible resilience from Lindo. He's really pushing hard to maintain his track position.
More contact between Jimmy Lindo and Callum Walker. They've been trading places, and now they've made contact.
This battle has just been so fierce. It was only a matter of time before something gave. They've both lost time from that, but they continue on.
We have a crash between Jimmy Lindo and championship leader Daniel Cochise.
That looked like Lindo attempted to pass into a closing gap. The stewards have already ruled it a warning with Lindo at fault.
Nigel Walters makes a pass stick on John Astroff. Walters is up to position 7.
That's a crucial move for Walters, an AM driver, especially against a pro like Xtrace. He's building momentum in the later stages of this race.
Chaos in the midfield. Callum Walker loses multiple places, and Chris Stokes is battling hard.
It's close quarters racing. Stokes makes a move, but then loses the place right back to Walker. He's really fighting to hold on.
Nigel Walters makes another move, passing Callum Walker for 6th position.
Walters is on a charge. He's really showing his experience as an AM driver, picking his spots and making them count.
Nigel Walters continues his impressive run, taking 5th place from David Constable-Berry.
He's having an outstanding race. I remember a few times in my career where late race consistency was key, and Walters is delivering it perfectly.
And Nigel Walters passes Daniel Cochise. He's now up into 3rd position.
What a drive from Walters. From starting 4th, he's now on the podium, challenging championship leader Cochise. That's a huge result for the AM class.
Another incident. Callum Walker and John Astrop have made contact during their intense battle for position.
They were trading places back and forth. Astrop ends up ahead after that, and Walker then loses another spot to Cochise. Costly for Walker.
Neil Constable-Berry gets past Chris Stokes, moving into position 8.
A good, clean overtake by Neil Constable-Berry. Every position gained in these closing stages is crucial for championship points.
John Astrop makes a late move, getting past David Constable-Berry for 4th place.
Astrop is really pushing for those top spots. That's a great gain for the pro driver this late in the race.
More drama. John Astrop and David Constable-Berry are in contact again.
Oh, the repeated contact has really cost Astrop. He's losing positions fast after those incidents.
He's dropped from 4th all the way down to 7th, with Cochise and Walker getting past him too. And Mac McFarquhar crosses the line. A dominant performance from the Pro-Am driver. He takes the win in race 11.
What a drive. 6 wins in the championship already, and now a 7th. He's closing the gap to Daniel Coach for his championship hopes.
Jimmy Lindo comes home in 2nd. A fantastic recovery drive after that chaotic start, battling his way back onto the podium.
He really showed his class and determination out there. To drop so many places early and then fight back to 2nd, that's the mark of a true competitor. Great points for the AM class.
Rounding out our podium, it's Nigel Walters taking 3rd place. An absolutely stellar performance from the AM driver.
He's been outstanding all race long. Starting from 4th and ending up on the podium, that's a huge haul of points for his AM class championship. He's definitely one to watch in the next race.
What an incredible race 11 at Portimao. Mac McFarquhar takes a crucial victory, his 7th of the season, putting immense pressure on Daniel Cochise at the top of the championship table.
We saw some fierce battles throughout the field, especially from Jimmy Lindo, who recovered brilliantly for 2nd, and Nigel Walters, who delivered a standout performance for 3rd, and plenty of contact too. A real fight for every inch of tarmac.
Absolutely. And with only 1 race left in the championship, race 12 coming up next. The stakes couldn't be higher for all our drivers. What a dramatic shift at the top of the championship standings after race 11. Mac McFarquhar, with his dominant victory, now takes the overall lead.
He certainly does. That win has propelled the Pro-Am driver 21 points clear of Jimmy Lindo, who also climbed to 2nd after his impressive 2nd place finish in the previous race.
And that means our former championship leader, Daniel Cochise, now finds himself in 3rd. What a turnaround at the very top.
It just shows how quickly things can change in this series. Every point truly matters, and Nigel Walters also made a huge jump into 4th, securing a fantastic 3rd place in race 11 as an AM.
The safety car is pulling in, and we are set for the final race of the championship. Race 12 begins with Chris Stokes on pole position for Totally Stoked.
What a place to start for the Pro-Am driver, especially after the shakeup in the standings. He's 6th overall, but a strong performance here could really elevate him.
Alongside him, Neil Constable-Berry starts from 2nd, an excellent position for the AM driver from Garagistan. And John Astrop, our Pro Class contender, lines up in 3rd.
It's all about that first lap for these frontrunners. Meanwhile, championship leader Mac McFarquhar faces a challenge starting from 9th and Jimmy Lindo in 8th. Daniel Cochise in 5th has a slightly better shot at getting through the pack early.
And we are green for race 12. The final race of the championship is underway.
What an atmosphere. The cars are roaring into turn 1. Championship hopes on the line.
Jimmy Lindo, starting from 8th, is making quick progress in his opening moments.
He certainly is. He's already picked up a couple of spots, getting past Walker and Walters and now past Mac McFarquhar. He's showing his intent early on.
David Constable-Berry, starting from 6th, is holding his ground so far, but the pack is tight behind him.
For a Pro-Am driver like him, avoiding any early incidents is key. He'll be managing that ballast and looking for opportunities as the race settles.
Championship leader Mac McFarquhar has had a busy start, already gaining a few positions from his 9th place grid slot.
He knows he needs every point, and he's not hanging about. The Pro-Am driver is on the move, a vital push from the start of this final race.
John Astrop is on the charge. He's just passed Chris Stokes for 3rd.
But there's contact. David Constable-Berry and Astrop have come together. Lindo gets through, and Stokes too.
And as Strop has dropped multiple places, Nigel Walters has just got past him.
That's a huge blow for the Pro Class driver after a good start. He needs to regroup and claw his way back.
Jimmy Lindo makes the move on Neil Constable-Berry. Lindo takes the lead of race 12.
What a fantastic move from Jimmy Lindo. From 8th on the grid to leading the final race of the championship. Incredible.
Oh, contact between John Astrop and Neil Constable-Berry. Astrop has rear-ended him.
Stewards have already ruled that. Penalty for Astrop for punt to pass. That's going to hurt his Pro Championship hopes.
And now Neil Constable-Berry has lost another place to Mac McFarland.
That contact has really unsettled his car. He's struggling for grip now, and that's cost him dearly, dropping him to 5th.
Nigel Walters is losing places quickly. First to Mac McFarquhar, then to John Astrop.
And Neil Constable-Berry also gets past him. It's been a tough few moments for Walters. The AM driver is really struggling for pace right now.
Chris Stokes makes the move on David Constable-Berry, taking position 7.
A strong overtake from the Pro-Am driver. He's pushing hard in these final stages, looking to maximize his points.
Chris Stokes gets past Nigel Walters. He's up into 6th position now.
Stokes showing good pace and aggression in the closing laps. That's a good gain for the Pro-Am driver.
Jimmy Lindo is about to cross the line. What a drive from the AM driver. He's going to win race 12.
From 8th on the grid to winning the final race of the season. What a performance by Jimmy Lindo. Truly outstanding.
And Mac McFarquhar comes home in 2nd place. A strong finish for the championship leader.
A crucial result for him. Starting 9th and finishing 2nd, that's damage limitation and more. He really put the effort in.
John Astrop rounds out the podium. A solid 3rd place for the pro driver despite some earlier contact.
He battled hard throughout the race. To recover from that incident and still secure a podium spot shows real tenacity. Well deserved.
What a way to conclude the Strategy Race Championship season. Jimmy Lindo takes an incredible victory in race 12. A truly magnificent drive from 8th on the grid.
Mac McFarquhar's 2nd place was absolutely vital, fighting up from 9th. We saw fierce battles throughout the field, with John Astrop recovering well for 3rd. What a truly thrilling final race.